Yes, hi students. Now we are going to start our chapter number this one 5 rights, and under this chapter we are going to study about the rights, human rights that are very important for the development of our not only social but also political, economic, and all sphere of the life. As we have already discussed about the characteristics of rights as well as its different kinds of the rights and political, social, legal, moral, fundamental, civil rights, such on. I have explained in my previous video. Today I'm going to tell you about the rights and duties. In other words, we can say that rights and duties imply simultaneously. Rights and duties are the, if I say that, sides of same coin. These rights are go side by side. As we can say that one's right is another's duty. A right belonging to one person impose correspondence duty to the person in front of him. For example, an individual's right to property implies that it is the duty of the duty of other not to take away or steal or any other bad use of his property without his consent. One's right, others duty in other way also. Right, we have right to walk on the road. We have, everyone has right to walk on the road, and what when we are walking, at that time we have to take care that another, it is our duty, we have to keep left and right side is for others people whose left is that. In this way, if an individual is right, must remember that at the same time, same step, our duty also gets started at the same time. Second time, I would like to uh, tell you about the difference or relationship between rights and claims. Right is a claim of an individual that for doing the things immediately, an individual can claim the rights from the society, but all claims are not regarded to be rights because the rights are the only claims which are recognized, all the claims which are recognized as such by the society and enforced by the government, by the state. The claim of an individual takes place in the form of right only when it is recognized by the society. If we say this is my right, that is my right, we cannot say that, and nobody will accept also regarding that. An individual is a part of the society. An individual cannot have any right apart from the society, whatsoever society describes for him. Like here, I will try to show you the different type of rights. Right, we have these rights: right to hope, right to property, people, desire, equality, liberty, freedom. All these come in different ways. The right of human rights, that is the. If I would like to here describe about the rights of an individual as well as what are their characteristics, what are the features. When we talk about features of the right, we can say that rights can be obtained in the society only. If we are living in a particular society, only then we can obtain our rights. Without society, living in forest, anywhere else, we cannot seek rights. Right? Outside the society, every individual is absolutely free and he makes use of the force for his achieving ends. Second point, right is a claim of an individual Right is a claim of an individual for doing the things independently when he remains in the society and obey the laws enforced by the state. In other words, right means demand for the certain facilities in the society. And third point is that right is recognized by the society. Like in every point I am telling you that these are the claims by the individual which are recognized by the society. Nobody can ask for the right that is not recognized by the society. Like earlier there was provision of marriage to same gender like that, right? That is not provided by the society. And fourth point is right is moral and reasonable. We can demand of the rights which are moral and reasonable, mean to say the society recognize only those concerns that are related to welfare of the society, that is not harmful to the society as well as to the individual. In this way, these rights are there. Then next is right can be used for the public good. That right we can demand, that is for the public good, not for our individual, not for our individual. Like right can used only social good, not against the interest of the society, or it must not harm a particular section of the society, maybe caste based, gender based, or we can say religion based, because we enjoy the rights society as a whole, society as a whole. Therefore it is natural that they should be exercised in the best interest of the society. Rights. Next sixth point is rights are universal. Rights are given equally to everyone, divide of any caste, color, religion, caste, and its claim of a particular individual, but is claim of all the individual. Right which is enjoyed by one individual is also enjoyed by the society as the whole, mean to say other individuals. There cannot be right for a single person in the society, and that is the far most important characteristic of society, that rights and duties go side by side, go together. Wherever I give an example also, one person's right starts another person's duty and vice versa. Very, very important. We can say the right only, the rights are enforced by the state, not by an individual. Rights are enforced by the state and protected also by the state. The state grants rights through laws, and those who violate the law are punished by the state, and state is the guardian of the rights. And we can say not only state but our judiciary also work like that. If anybody not satisfied by the provision or violating any type of right, we have fundamental right, that is right to constitutional remedies in our constitution under fundamental provisions. And next one is when we talk about different type of rights, we can we have to accept that rights keeps on changing as the span of the time. As the time changes, rights can also be changed. Rights are not static, change with the changing social, economic and political situations of that particular country. But in the mid 20th century, the right to property has been considerably curtailed in almost every country. So, no permanent and unchanging in the catalogue of the rights of Indian citizens can be complied. In this way, all these are the characteristics of the rights. And next, I would like to tell you about some provisions about the about the civil rights in India. Civil rights have the different features like rights to life, that is very well explained in the view of Aristotle, is the opinion that the state came to be an existence for the sake of life, and continuously it is its existence for the sake of human life. This right is further give the freedom and equality to all the individuals, and the state protects the life of individual, and an individual cannot be allowed to commit suicide. That is also the we can say duty of that duty of our government, that no one should be do this suicide. Right to personal liberty also in the come under the category of civil rights. Citizens are given personal liberty. No government can arrest anybody arbitrary, like in our fundamental right also we heard about this. Nobody can deprive of his life, liberty, property without a breach of law established in ordinary court. An individual enjoys complete freedom so far he obeys the laws of those established by the society. A right to family laws. Every citizen enjoy to maintain a privacy life without any interference of the government. He has his personal life, full property. Also have got rights to get full support from other parents up to the age of maturity, and their parents have full right to their children so long as they remain with their parents as a minors. Every person possesses the full right to marriage in any way he likes about, but after the age of adult, right to freedom of religion, right to education, right to equality, right to freedom of the movement all over the country, right to contract citizen to enter contracts freely with others for the purpose of economic, right to freedom of thought and expression, like in our fundamental right also it is given cluster, right to freedom cluster of six freedoms. And very very important, that is the backbone of democracy, right to freedom of press, media. This is very very important, right? Even media and newspaper are called the watchdog for the democracy, and right to form the associations, but all within the constitutional framework. Thank you, students. Take care.